So I want to compare tonight. I want to compare Israel and I want to compare the U.S. I want to compare what was going on with Israel back then and what's going on with us now. And so I want you to keep that in your mind tonight as I'm teaching. Before I get started, first of all, I want to just have a disclaimer that that no one is endorsing me, no ministry, no church, nobody except the Holy Spirit, and I think my husband. I hope he is. And my Bible study class. I must say that they are, and they've really shown up in a big way. I believe they're endorsing me. So I may say some things tonight that hurt people's feelings. I may say some things that raise eyebrows. I may say some things that are politically incorrect. But it's not me that's speaking tonight. It's not Lisa. It's not about Lisa. It's not about what Lisa thinks or how Lisa feels. It's about what does God say. And it'll be a hard message. So I pray that your eyes and ears are open, that your hearts are open, and I pray that you'll listen. You might be asking, why am I here? What's this got to do with me? Well, I believe that when we walk with the Lord, that there are certain principles that we live by, and they can affect how we live and how we're seen as Christians, but also as citizens of our country. It's very important that that's how we're seen. That's the highest impact we can have, is living by biblical principles. What are biblical principles? Well, the 10 Commandments are the biblical principles. I'd bet today that 90% of Christian children couldn't tell you the 10 Commandments if they were asked. The 10 Commandments were the law that God gave Moses on Mount Sinai. They start out, the first 4 are about our relationship to God. They are, thou shalt have no other gods before me. Thou shalt make no graven image. Thou shalt not take the Lord's name in vain. Thou shalt keep the Sabbath holy. Those first 4 are about Him, and I want us to remember that tonight. That the 10 Commandments, the first 4 are about our relationship with God. The next 6 are about our relationship with each other. Remember that the first 4 were the first 4 about our relationship with God. Then goes into, and I probably won't get these in the correct order, but I know them. Do not murder, do not steal, do not covet, do not bear false witness, and do not commit adultery, and honor your father and mother that it may go well with you. That's the only one that has a blessing. You're going to hear about the 10 Commandments a few times tonight. I want to tell you a couple of things, though, as we go right now while I'm on the 10 Commandments. I want to go to the 10 Commandment that says, thou shalt not commit adultery. A lot of us think this in the church and outside the church, that this only means if we're married. But the Hebrew word is actually ne'af, and it means any sex outside of the marriage bed. So think about that tonight. In God's eyes, one of the 10 Commandments, do not commit adultery, is do not have sex with anyone outside of the marriage bed, and the marriage bed in God's eyes is one man and one woman. So I want us to keep that in mind tonight.